Now then everybody, we've gone and done the unachievable in my thoughts in the first 2 weeks, but we've got that 250 plus subscribers, so massive thank you. It really means a lot to me. As you can tell, I can't even get my words out, that's how excited I am about it all. I am going to get back to all the guys that have commented. I've seen quite a few of you mention stuff. Somebody asking about me looking at their team, which would be really good to look at. What I'm going to do, if you look in the description, I'm going to put in the Instagram page. I've just entered that in, so if you can private chat me on there, I can sort of send you my email, you let me know what your team is. Discuss it a little bit more, see what I can do to help out if I can. Sometimes it might just be a quick change or something that might get you from being a Division 2 or 3 player to the next division up, whatever it might be. I'm here to help out, and for any other guys, have a look at the Instagram. All it is, it's just updates to let you know what's going to be coming out later on that day. So yeah, if you want to join, it'd be great. Just to, for all you new subscribers, that'd be fantastic. For all you that aren't subscribers, get subscribed, get involved in the journey. The idea is that today's video is all about the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, as I call, or on their terms in brackets 2. It's something that what I've done, rather than just kind of playing a game with it, I've probably played now around about 20 games in this 4-1-2-1-2 narrow formation and really changed up the in-game tactics just to see what I felt was better. And again, if any of you have seen any of my previous videos, what you may have seen is that one big thing that I like to do is play quite wide. And obviously when you're playing that narrow 4-1-2-1-2, you do kind of think, am I going to get that width? But what I'll do, I will show you my tactics. I will show you how I've done in Division 1. It's difficult to tell how good or bad your competition is, I suppose, between Monday and the weekend league starting, because I always find it's toughest on Thursday, Friday for Division 1, simply because I think a lot of people do what I do and they try and get in at least 10 to 15 games, which will allow them to get that top ranked in Division 1. So what I want to show you to start with is, let's get to custom tactics. 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. So I have tried this now in balanced, on balanced, on press after possession loss, constant pressure, maybe just at the beginning or at the end. But honestly, the one that really works for me is balanced. I found myself in real sticky positions where I control a game enormously, and I would get to a point where I felt like this is an easy win. And because I was on press after possession loss, or I was too high up the pitch, I kept getting counter-attacked, and everybody seems to have Mbappe and Neymar, it seems, at the minute. So that were a big one that were frustrating. So really what I would say is, from my personal opinion on how I play, balanced. Width, I've changed that up and down, because again I wanted to see how effective it was when I opened that up and went a bit wider to give me that ability to pass it out wide. But I'll be honest with you, as soon as I went in any higher than 5 or 6, there were too many gaps. It was just, I'm not the greatest defender on the game, but I would say I'm alright. But once I opened that width up to anything above 6, it was game over. Depth, again, this is another one where over the games I've kind of mulled over which one I preferred, and I'll be honest with you, you can change this between 3, 4, 5 and 6 depending on how aggressive you are. But I've tried it at 1 and it was just horrendous. Did not enjoy it at all. It felt like there were nothing. I just felt like I were under the cosh. I also played up at 6, and in some games it was fantastic. I felt like all I was doing is boom, I were on them before they even had the chance to breathe. But the happy medium was pretty much 4 or 5. Didn't really change that too much. Offensive style, again, one thing, and I'd say this is the same for the vast majority of formations on this game. You either play fast build-up or long ball. That tends to be what people are doing. So in my opinion, I like playing with a long ball, but I also like the fast build-up play, and I think fast build-up probably works quite nicely in this narrow formation, because you do have, and again look at the description of that tactic. This tactic pushes players forward for a faster build-up, But if you lose possession of the ball, you could find yourself open to a counter-attack. So, as I was mentioning earlier, when I changed my tactics between having width quite high and balance quite, like in the depth quite aggressive, if I were on fast build-up, I was just getting done over straight away. So the honest truth is, I thought fast build-up with a happy balanced defensive positioning and shape worked extremely well. Again, it's something that this is different for everybody, but I had it drop back and I had something around about 4 or 5 for a few games and I didn't mind it seemed okay. But I knocked it up and I tried it around about 6, 7, 8, and again, you notice it, the instant numbers that you've got in the box piling forward is brilliant, but I also felt like I had that kind of comfort back, and that all becomes relevant when you look at the instructions on the individual players. Corners, free kicks, again, like every single tactic I'll ever do in formations, 2 and 2. So again, on instructions, this is the team's slightly different, because what I would have, where Shevchenko is, I would have Neymar there. Where Bernardo Silva is, I would put Toni Kroos in, and that Fofana, I only put him in just to get those things passed off, but I would have Van Dijk there and soon to be Diego Carlos to see how he plays out for this weekend league. So the idea is starting off at right back in Tavernier's position. I have balanced, conservative overlap, and I have that for both fullbacks. It's something that, again, I've tried it with both attacking, but again, it all works together in terms of that format, the tactics of how you do it for balanced approach in defence, as opposed to press after possession loss. Because again, if I've got that on stay back, I felt like I didn't have any options that wide. But on the flip side, when I said join attack, I felt that on the other side, I was just getting absolutely countered against on either side, and it just wasn't great. So yeah, for me, that is your dead sets for your fullbacks. Centre backs, just standard. I put conservative on them all, conservative there, stay back, standard. Into my defensive midfield row, I have SCN there because I don't usually like playing him in that midfield row, but when I've got plenty of other centre mids around him, it's a simple pass, breaks play, it's done quite well. And sometimes what I do at the 60th minute, I'll take SCN out, I'll put Trent Alexander-Arnold in centre defensive midfield, and I put that Clyburn in at left back. Just depends what team you've got, what players you've got. Into my centre mids, this is where it starts getting a little bit different, because I had on attacking support balance on both of these two. Rooney will be exactly the same. I'd balance across the board, because I tried this out and I was like, get forward on Bernardo Silva, but just didn't work. So the idea really was, when you look at that, it does kind of what it says on the tin. SCN is my defensive holder, so again, balance in terms of the defensive behaviour. Don't want him man mark, don't want any of that. But attacking support, stay back. You are rubbish at shooting, you are rubbish at passing, but you're amazing at defending, so do that. That's how I look at it. So if you've got something similar, all day long, perfect. I'd say that is a perfect role for a Kante, Sissoko, Renato Sanchez and SCN. They're your main men that you'll see back there. Obviously, if you've got the ability to have a Mateus or a Vieira or anybody like that, they can do everything. That's a little bit different. So, as you can see, SCN, defensive mid, Bernardo Silva and Rooney, both exactly the same, just balanced on everything. Don't need him to get forward. He will get forward on his own when you just do the give and go runs. But the difference one is on what this is Neymar's position. I have that as stay forward. Support on runs balanced. Again, I've changed it up. I've had it where he's been putting get into the box, stay in the box. I never really honestly felt any different in any of them. But stay forward just gives me that additional option if I want to counter attack. So yeah, that's a really important one for me, that I have that third centre forward almost, just in behind the strikers. And then again, I changed this up, and what I would say is, Eto'o is my main striker. I've said this before. He is exceptional. I think he's going to be in my team for a long time, especially now I've lost about 400k on him. I think I saw him at 1.6 mil. I got him for 2 point. I might have just got him for over 2 mil actually. So yeah, I don't even want to sell him now, thinking about that money that's lost there. But Eto, like I said, main man in terms of attacking runs, getting behind, he's got the pace, fantastic. I have done exactly the same for Dybala now, because it seems like something's changed with him. All of a sudden, if he gets beyond that defender, he will not get caught, and I didn't think he was that fast. It might have just been because I weren't playing him in that way, but this is the tactics that I used to do, and again, this might work for one of you if you've got an out-and-out striker like I do with Eto, but you might have somebody that's at the side of him that's a bit more of a target man, like a Suarez or somebody like that. And what I did with that, I had target man on, and I had that with Dybala, just target man, just to link up play, and it worked really well. If you're good at the give and goes, if you're good at ticky-tacky football, this formation, maybe with a target on rather than both going in behind, this is the best formation for you, hands down. I absolutely loved it. I think it's arguably one of the most fun yet infuriating formations you'll try, simply because it takes probably, I reckon it took me a good 8 to 12 games to really get to grips with that formation. The same with the 4-4-2 before. I could not stand it to start with. I thought, why is everybody playing this 4-4-2? And the reason, if you don't know why people play 4-4-2, is because it seems to be the krypton factor, like against the 5 at the back. Everybody seems to be playing 5-3 or 5-2-1-2, what I play, or 5-3-2, whatever it is. And that seems to be the 4-4-2 is the formation that absolutely beats that one. Even if you're a crap FIFA player, you in that 4-4-2, you'll have a fair good chance. But look, honestly, guys, this is a formation, and I'm not even exaggerating with the amount of time I put into it, changing styles around, tactics around, individual positioning around for adjustments of going forward, staying back. 100%, this is the best thing I've had. And I'm going to go into the weekend league playing this 4-1-2-1-2 simply because I had so much fun with it. I know I'm going to concede goals with it, because there are times when I do get counter-attacked and it's like pulling hair, you feel like pulling your hair out. But on the flip side, when you're going forward, it's brilliant, it really is. And again, if you're good at the 1-2s, if you get your full-backs in position where you can just do a quick into Cruz, or with Alexander Arnold, probably go in with Rooney, and then I'll just click that, boom, give and go, and Trent or Tal down that wing, perfect. I can just do the lofted through ball, and the amount of chances I've made from that has been brilliant. So yeah, this was just a really quick video, guys, and a massive thank you once again to get us above that 250 subscribers. It's been an absolute amazing couple of weeks, and hopefully we keep getting it bigger and building it. And the idea is, I think looking at a lot of the comments, we'll get back to a lot of you. There's a lot of ideas out there for what you'd like to be done, and I love it. I love all the ideas that are coming my way from you guys. It helps me out enormously. So we will have a look at a lot of that. I'll get back to a lot of you individually. Like I said, if you want to hit me up directly and message me about specific things, check out the Instagram page, get on there, like that. You can direct message me on there as well. And if there's anything I can help you out with a bit more kind of like personally, individually, that's what I'm here for. But look, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, leave us a comment, click that bell so you're notified when new videos come out. But yeah, get involved in this journey. I'm absolutely loving it. It means the absolute world to me when I'm seeing these comments coming through. We expect, gonna get 100,000 subs easy. Somebody said, again, that's ace. I love seeing stuff like that. Some of the stuff's quite hard work editing together and stuff like that. But when I see comments coming through, it really, really means a hell of a lot, and it kind of makes all that hard work pay off. So look, thank you very much, and if you've got any new ideas you want coming forward, let us know. But for today, everybody, toodaloo. Thanks a lot.